Hi, we've decided that we're going to do a bit of a 6-part series or 5-part series on addiction and on trauma and freedom because I get asked so often about how to heal addiction. And how to heal addiction is to heal the trauma. But I think what happens is when people hear the word trauma, they think egads, they don't want to look at that. They think that it has to be something drastic, that it has to be something really vital. And that's not the truth. Trauma isn't actually what happened. It's how did you feel inside. So the best way for me to give an example of trauma in the simplest sense is to tell a story that Dr. Gabor Mate told. He's an incredible addiction doctor that I have had the opportunity to study with. And he talks about being a 2-month-old baby in Hungary, Budapest, right before Hitler invades. And his mother calls the pediatrician and she says, "Can you come and see Gabor? He won't stop crying." And the pediatrician says, "I will, but I just have to tell you all my Jewish babies are crying." Well, what do Jewish babies know about Hitler? What do they know about genocide? Nothing. But they pick up the energy of my mother. And here's the key. If my mother's not safe, I'm not okay. I'm not safe. If my mother's not happy, I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy and I'm not lovable. And that's just the way the energy of the child picks it up. So we remember, or we learn, that the brain of a child from womb to 5 only has an unconscious brain. So we absorb everything as truth. Children are basically narcissists, and so they should be. So when we talk about trauma, it doesn't always have to be an incredible abuse. It doesn't have to be a sexual abuse, a verbal abuse, a physical abuse. It can just be abuse of the soul, something that you feel you've lost, some way that you felt that you were hurt. So what do we do when we've been traumatized? Well, we can't handle the pain. And so what happens is, most times with trauma, it's suppressed. We're either not allowed to tell anybody, or our emotions are told that we're wrong, that there's no reason for us to feel that way, and that we're over-dramatizing it. That is a learned behavior that we get over our lifetime. And more and more and more, as our experiences grow and things happen to us, we compound them and we suppress them. So for somebody like myself that used to suffer from anxiety, on a scale of 1 to 10, when something would happen, I would go to a 20. But that's because I already lived at 10. And so for me, the only way for me to come down from 20 and get to just even 10, never mind 5, was to drink Chardonnay. And so I could take a couple of glasses of wine and I could just bring myself to normal. But as with all addictive substances, over time, you get used to that as being your crutch, and it becomes out of control and it becomes out of hand, and that's where the word addiction kicks in. But I want to talk for a minute about addiction, because I want you to understand that alcohol isn't addictive. Crystal meth is not addictive. In 1946, crystal meth was the first antidepressant. Heroin isn't addictive. Shopping's not addictive. Chocolate's not addictive. None of these things are addictive. But they are to the person that's got the addictive problem. They are to the person that's got the trauma. So Eckhart Tolle says, all addictions begin with pain and end with pain. And that's the truth. But the problem is, we don't understand the pain. So it's not why the addiction, it's why the pain. And we have to look deep into our souls, into ourselves, into our traumas to find that pain.